everybody is going coffee mad. Not just me, but everyone's going coffee mad. We love having coffee. We love going to socialise in coffee shops. I just think that coffee is taking over the world. So you all know I'm a bit of a coffee connoisseur, right? I've decided to visit 5 coffee shops and let you know which I think are the best. So here is my top 5 coffee shops. Tim's going to go for a cherry ice latte because he has to go for something extreme every time. And he's going to go for a Sicilian lemon cheesecake. And I'm going to go for a salted caramel chocolate cheesecake. And the reason I'm going for that is because it's got this little tag at the bottom near the price that says vegan. So I'm going to be ordering a small Americano with oat milk, which is my go-to drink really in most coffee shops. However, usually when I come into Caffè Nero, I do tend to go for coconut cappuccino. But the reason I'm going for Americano with oat milk is because I want to see what they're like above the board. Then just do like a standard taste test really on the coffee itself without any trimmings. Now at Caffè Nero, we collect these loyalty cards and I have loads of them with stickers on, but I never actually managed to build up a whole one. So I'm going to ask if they could transfer some of these stamps onto one and see if they'll do that for me. Let's see what their customer care is like and let's see if I get a free coffee. So that's Tim's cake ready to go.
I've got the right cakes, yeah?
Yeah, perfect. Oh wow, I can't wait to do that. So Tim's cherry ice latte.
With a hint of vanilla.
Oh, with a hint of vanilla. I didn't know that it came with a hint of vanilla. And your opinion on this?
Just tastes like a nice latte.
Does it? You can't taste any flavouring in it?
No.
Do you think maybe
barely at all. There's a very the most tiniest hint of cherry, the tiniest. But the coffee is so overwhelming.
Do you think that they maybe put too much ice in and it waters it down too much? Do you think that might be why?
No, the coffee's too strong.
Oh right, so the coffee's so strong it overwhelms the flavour.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Sorry, it sounds like I'm moaning here, but look at this. It's so tiny.
That does look tasty though.
Yeah,
But
let's try it.
Isn't that the thing with these coffee shops? You get a cake, don't you? And the cake is always minute.
Yeah, but to be honest, you wouldn't want it to be big, would you?
Bumpy's looks so low down his pushchair. We need him in a high chair.
But it is nice.
Well, the cake is nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's 1 out of 2.
Yeah. Don't buy one of these.
We've got a chipped little jug, which is not ideal, is it, when you're tipping milk out into it? But I'm not going to be too fussy with that, but that's not ideal. Usually you need to use like the whole of the oat milk that you get, because you do need quite a lot of oat milk or almond milk if you're using alternative milk to make the coffee taste not so dark, I think I want to say. Like otherwise it tastes really strong if you don't use a lot of alternative milk. Anyway, what I didn't know about Caffè Nero is that they offer their normal blend that they have here at Caffè Nero, but every 6 months they also change another blend. So they have an alternative blend and they change it up every 6 months. And they also are supposed to offer that to you as well. Only I've never been offered an alternative blend. This is the first time I've ever been offered it. The lady behind the counter did say that other people have also said the same. But she did say that the last blend that they had before the current one that they've got now wasn't very nice. Like it was a Brazilian one that wasn't very nice at all. So they didn't actually promote that. Anyway, we have gone for the alternate blend. So let's try it. As always, Caffè Nero, I do think make a really nice cup of coffee. coffee is great. Coffee is lovely. Yes, it is strong, but it does taste great. Cake, vegan. Can you believe it? Don't get this anywhere else because usually there's a very, very small option for vegan cakes and stuff in other coffee shops. So this is great. Oh yeah. Thank you. That's good. I'm not going to get another one of them. So, what coffee shop are we off to today, Holly?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Hotel Chocolat. Yeah, and we're excited because this is one of our faves as well. They do a mean hot chocolate.
I've never tried it before, so this is new and exciting for me.
Yeah, so first time for her. She's a virgin Hotel Chocolat.
It's the first time using this stroller.
Yeah. Do you like the stroller, Holly?
It's very cute just seeing the top of his head.
It is.
That's what I like about it.
But the thing is, usually when I go in there, I must say I do get a hot chocolate. But the whole point of this vlog is to try the coffee. So I'm going to be going for a plain Americano with oat milk. Holly is going to be going for something a little bit more lavish. So, but it'll be nice to see what their take on a proper coffee is actually like. Shall we go in? See what they got? So you walk through the shop section first. No! The cafe is closed. Oh, why? Do you know when it's going to reopen?
It won't be today.
Oh, okay.
When the girls home unwell, so
No problem. So that was hugely disappointing. The cafe is closed because I've had to send someone home unwell. So the whole cafe has had to shut. That's really bad for a city cafe, isn't it? Meaning that they only have one person on. Madness. And in the summer holidays. So we've gone for plan B, and I was going to do this coffee shop anyway, but I'm going to do this sooner than later. But we're going to go to Bakers and Baristas. So we've decided to go here instead and make this coffee shop number 2. So let's see, I do have a loyalty card for here. I forgot it though, which is absolutely typical of me. But they do vegan cakes and other cakes that are really nice. So let's see what we've got. That one. Do you want that one then? I'm looking at what I might be able to have, and at the moment it looks like everything has got milk in it. Oh. That's disappointing. So I can't even get a vegan cake. Oh, hang on, I can get a blueberry muffin. It's gonna have to be a blueberry muffin, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Is that the only option you've got for someone who's who can't have milk? Because usually you have a couple of other options. Yeah, a bit late in the day. Okay, no, blueberry's fine then. We'll take that one. What drink are you going for? Your options are all up here.
What are you having? The blueberry one, that is only gluten free, it's not dairy free. Is that,
It's got no milk in it though, has it? Because it doesn't say milk on the tag, it just says egg. So I forgot my loyalty card, but the good thing is they've given me a new one, which has got stickers on. You've got stickers on either side. So you've got stickers for your muffins, stickers for your coffee. I'm assuming Holly doesn't get a sticker on her drink. Oh, I suppose it's because it's hot drinks. So frappes, you don't get them. But once you get to your 8th one, you get it for free. But they did say that they will do the same as what Cafe Nero did, and they will add these stickers to my other cards, so that's rather handy. I'm very jealous of that one though, I'm not gonna lie. So here's our results. Here's my coffee, here's my oat milk. Holly's Frappuccino became a milkshake. I don't think they've realised what they've done, so they didn't listen very carefully. They have charged us for a strawberry frappe, but it is 100% a milkshake. But we're not too fussed. But it isn't quite what we ordered, but never mind. Right, so the taste test. Are you going to try your milkshake, Hall? See what it's like? And what's it like?
It's really good, but it's definitely. I don't think it's a frappe.
Well, it isn't, is it? Right, let's try the Americano and the oat milk. Wow, nice bit of branding on the front of these cups. But the cups, this is a small one. It's a lot smaller than what I had in Caffè Nero. It's smoother though, it's not as strong. They specialise in muffins, obviously, here. So I'm very limited. Being like a vegan, well, I'm not vegan, but you know, I can't have dairy. I'm a little bit limited to what I can have. So this is the only thing on the menu at the moment, a blueberry muffin. So not very exciting. Does taste good.
Well, that's not really in the centre, but hey ho.
Does it look nice and moist? How is it?
It's nothing amazing, but it's just like normal standard muffin.
So for 2 muffins, an Americano with oat milk and a frappe that appears to be a milkshake, £11.35. Yum, yum, yum. And, I don't know what you think, Holly, but there are some pros and some cons to the seating in this area. So I really like the fact that it's really clean and tidy. I will give it that. Maybe it's that point in the day after lunch where they're getting around to cleaning things up, because that can all determine how clean and tidy things are. I love the fact that you've got access to USB ports and plug ports, so you can do like some work on your laptop, or you can charge your phone, unless you've got a phone like mine, Holly, where a USB is no good enough. You need a different type of one. But other than that, I think that's really, really handy. The high chairs were quite clean.
No, they were not.
Did you not think?
There were 3 of them, and they were all dirty.
But how do you feel about the fact that the coffee shop is right in the centre of the mall, where you're practically on display when you're having your cup of tea and having a snack? I do like it in here, but I feel a little bit like, you know,
It's not cosy enough, not hidden away enough.
it doesn't give you a coffee shop vibe because you're inside outside kind of vibe. You're not
Yeah,
inside
but then
shop.
it's like, it's no different to how Costa is in Cambridge in that shopping mall.
Yeah, you do get them like that in the malls, though, don't you? So you can't actually blame the chain, because I do know that there is another one of these which is actually a shop as well, like an actual coffee shop. So yeah, but yeah, I do come in here quite frequently, so it must be doing something right. So today we're in Costa. This is where we've come to, and again I've gone for an Americano with oat milk, because the reason I'm going for this particular drink is because I want to taste the coffee brand, so I can actually feel it without any bells and whistles deterring me away from that taste. So here is my coffee, oat milk on the side. Tim has gone for what, a cappuccino? No sprinkles, in a takeaway cup, because he's going through this phase at the moment where he has to have a takeaway cup. So I'm going for a normal cup, his takeaway. And the cakes we've gone for are, I always have to go for a Rocky Road, because the variety for vegans or for milk-free cakes in Costa is pretty limited, to be honest. So it is Rocky Road. And Tim, what have you gone for?
Popcorn brownie.
A popcorn brownie, what about that?
And a tea cake.
All right, so the taste test. What's your tea cake like?
They didn't give me enough butter, so I actually had to nick a couple more butters, and I put it in.
Beef.
And now it's properly covered, as it should be.
Is it burnt, or is it just about the right sort of toastiness? Looks a little bit burnt in areas.
it looks alright.
Okay, brilliant. And your coffee. How are you finding it?
I prefer Starbucks, sorry.
Well, there you go. That's
Because the
Tim. That's Tim's
The coffee I find
result.
in Costa is too bitter.
Yeah. Bumps has just had his sandwich. Was it nice? Now do you want your yogurt? Obviously I have many of these, so I know what this is going to be like. To be fair, they always taste good. I do find that I haven't had enough oat milk in the cup to turn it like a more lighter colour. So it's very, yeah, it's very strong, very dark. Now I probably could ask for some more, but to be fair, the milk jug was pretty full as it was. So I'm not going to go to the effort of doing that, but this does look really strong. Even though it can't be any different than it usually is. I just feel like I could do with a bit more milk. And that tastes really strong. Stronger than normal. So I really like coming to this Costa. There is something about it that I really like. I mean, it's not in the city, it's not in the town, it's on an industrial estate, but it's a really nice ambience in here as far as a coffee shop goes. Obviously it's situated in Next, but these Costas that you get in Next are a really nice vibe. I don't know why. This particular one in the Yarmouth area, you have a massive view out of the very large windows, and you feel like you can see everything going on and watch the world go by. So that's probably what's quite nice about it, really. You can watch all the cars coming in and going out, and I mean, it seems really daft, but it is nice to watch. It's people watching, it's quite nice. It's quite tidy in here today as well. I do like that. I like the seating in here, I like the way it's all decked out, and well, it's not tidy right now, but it was tidy when we walked in, so that was pretty good. So we ordered a cappuccino, small. That's one of the things with Costa. You do need to ask for a small, otherwise they will mug you off and they will just give you a medium and charge you for a medium. So you have to make sure that you specify that you want a small. So bear that in mind. In fact, that's probably standard in all coffee shops. So we
Never used to be.
No, it never used to be. So we ordered a small cappuccino, a small Americano with oat milk. We ordered 2 cakes, a Rocky Road and a caramel popcorn brownie, because you know that Tim likes to go to the extreme. He also ordered 2 jammy Dodgers.
These are so good.
In a little packet, and a toasted tea cake. And this all came up to £14.85, but you can use a loyalty card, so you can get points for that. However, we didn't use the loyalty card today, but we can redeem them. But also a little perk from Costa, which I'm not sure if any of the other coffee shops do or not. I do know that Starbucks do. If you join the club, then you do also get a free cake on your birthday. So you only need to wait a year for your free cake. Brilliant. I see a little boy. Well, have they got anything savoury vegan-wise? Up here. Hiya, can I get a small Americano blonde roast, please, with oat milk? And that's to have in, and you want a takeaway cup, don't you? Okay, so we come in Starbucks a lot. We are big Starbucks fans. To be honest with you, I kind of like a Caffè Nero, but we are actually quite limited in the area where we live, and we come in Starbucks a lot. We're pretty much on first name terms with the people that work here. They know our faces pretty well, and they probably know what we drink. So anyway, today I've gone for the usual. As I did say, I've gone for the Americano with the oat milk, and I've gone for a tall one. Tim has gone for, what did you go for? Is that a cold brew?
It's a fudge waffle something. but it does look. It looks nothing like the photos. It was supposed to be white all down here and just a little bit black at the top.
Now, what that will taste like, I don't know. I can see plenty of ice though. And this is the thing with the coffee shops. They do promote drinks to look a certain way, and although they might try, these pictures have been pimped, haven't they? So they never do look the same.
Because then if you want one and then you have one, you're like, it's nothing. Like you'll put the photo in now what this is supposed to look like.
Yeah, that
And I
looks like a
haven't
baby
mixed it up.
beaker.
I haven't mixed it up or anything. That's how it's been given to me, and this is what the photo looks like.
So you could just get a normal Americano and chuck some ice in there. Cake-wise, we were pretty limited today, and we have come in here a little bit later in the day. So when you do go into a coffee shop later in the day, you will notice that the cake variety does go down in general. That is true, but obviously Starbucks don't have a massive variety of cakes. But what they do have does taste good. So today I've decided to not have a cake because the option isn't there. So I've gone for a vegan breakfast bowl, which is really weird, isn't it? But I wanted a little bit of lunch anyway, so I'm going to try that and see how I go with it. It consists of a vegan cheese, I believe that's sausage, and there must be like, is that egg in there, and tomato sauce. And Tim has gone for a baby straw. Now, what is this? Is this a Twizzler?
It says it, isn't it?
It's a cookie straw. Do they taste good, do they?
Bit dry.
Bit dry. Well, anyway, that's Tim's cookie straw. So, anyway, let's get stuck in.
How much are these?
You're like a big kid.
How much are these?
I don't know.
They are nice though. They're not too flimsy and thin, but they're really nice and chocolatey.
Are they?
Yeah.
They
Hey,
look,
maybe I can
they
drink
look
my
like
drink with it.
an ice cream cone.
Yeah, it tastes like that. The
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Cornetto ones.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You know when you get to the bottom of a Cornetto, the cone,
yeah.
these taste just like having a Cornetto cone.
And if you're a good boy, we'll go to the park later.
Yay! For Thamper's benefit.
No, yours. We go down the slide.
This does taste good, although it doesn't look anything like the photo.
Does taste good, does it? Is it a strong flavour?
Yeah. It's fudgy.
A fudginess.
Fudgy, milky, icy thing.
What I do like as well is when you order a tall, which in Starbucks terms is a small, it's still a really nice full cup. It's not one of those piddly cups, you know, that are minute. You still get quite a good amount of coffee in it. So that's always a winner. I do like the fact that when you have a mug and not a cup, you get a good large quantity. Starbucks do two different blends. They do their own blend of coffee, and they also offer an alternative which is called the blonde roast. Now the blonde roast, I think, is a little bit smoother than the other one. So if you do know your coffee, you'll be able to taste the difference. If you haven't tried the blonde roast, I highly recommend that you do try it. But yeah, it's nice and smooth, just the right amount of oat milk, which they poured in there for me, so I didn't need to do it myself, which is quite nice, because sometimes I do pour it in myself. Right, I'm just going to bite into this. I'm not going to cut it and be elegant about it. That is really nice. Looks can be deceiving, right? It's really good. I know it's not a cake, but it's hitting the spot.
And you're still going to get market chips afterwards.
Don't tell anyone that. They will think I'm greedy. To be perfectly honest with you, out of all the Starbucks that I've been to, I do find that the one in Great Yarmouth is one of the nicest ones to sit in. I mean, they've got a variety of seating, so they've got tables, they've got these little bars that we're sat at now, and they've also got these low seating ones where you get a little bit more cosy. They also offer seating outside of the shop as well if you fancy. I would say getting a little bit of air, but their seating's outside, inside, because it's inside a mall again, but it's a coffee shop inside a mall.
There's all the glass window as well, isn't it?
It does feel nice and airy, I like it. And again, you can people watch as well. Or if you don't like people watching, you just feel like you've got the space. Because we do come here quite frequently, I think the staff here are pretty familiar with us. So, you know, the staff here are really, really nice. So whether they're nice in general, whether because they're familiar with us, I don't know, but they're a really good team here. We like them a lot. So yeah, I do like coming in Starbucks. So what did we pay? I ordered a small Americano with oat milk. Tim ordered a... What did you order again?
Clotted cream, fudge cold brew.
That's it, that was the one. Sorry, I forgot what it was called, not surprising. And I ordered a breakfast roll, and we also ordered a cookie straw for Tim. And this all came up to £14.65. So that was my 5 coffee shops. Basically, what I've done is I've marked each coffee shop out of 10 on 6 different sections. So I'm going to mark them on customer care, the taste of the coffee, the cake that I got, the tidiness of the shop, the value for money, and the ambience inside there as well. So starting off with Caffè Nero, customer care, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. The coffee, I'm going to be giving a 10 out of 10. The cake, I'm going to be giving a 10 out of 10. The tidiness, I'm going to be giving a 2 out of 10 because it was a little bit messy. Value for money, I thought it is a little bit steep for what you get. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10. And the ambience in there is really, really good. And I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. Hotel Chocolat was obviously coffee shop number 2. Unfortunately, it was closed. So none of that is applicable to them. So unfortunately, I'm giving them no points at this current time because I didn't experience it. Well, I have done in the past, but not on this occasion. So bakers and baristas, I'm going to give their customer care a 6 because obviously they got one of the drinks wrong. They were kind of helpful and they didn't go like above and beyond, but they were polite enough, but did get the order wrong. The coffee itself was really, really nice. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. And the reason I'm not giving that a 10 is because it was so minute for what you get for the money. The cake itself, the cakes in there are okay, but because of what I got for being a vegan, it wasn't like overly thrilling. So for the cakes, I'm going to be giving that a 5. The tidiness of the store, I thought it was quite tidy, but Holly said that the high chairs were a little bit dirty. So therefore, I'm going to give that a 5. The value of the whole bill in total, I'm going to be giving a 3 out of 10 because again, I don't really think that for the money you pay, it's overly that great for what you get. So I'm giving that a 3 out of 10. The ambience in there as well, I'm going to give a 7. The reason I'm not giving it a higher is because I do feel there is a different ambience inside one of these like coffee shops which are indoor outdoors. I don't know, it does take the ambience away a little bit being in one of those. So I'm going to be giving that a 7 out of 10, but it is nice at the same time. It's just not the best, but it's still quite nice. They make a good job of the situation. Moving on to Costa Coffee, the customer care in there, I didn't really experience, but Tim did, and Tim said that they were pretty polite, but again, didn't really go above and beyond, so I'm going to give them a 6. The coffee in there, I didn't like it. It tasted overly strong. It had like a bit of a muddy taste to it. I do like Costa, but I can't say I really enjoyed it in comparison to the other stores. So I'm going to give the taste of the coffee a 5. So that's gone down a little bit. The cake itself, a rocky road, is pretty standard. It's quite a nice cake actually. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. The tidiness of the store, when we went in, it was really, really nice. And then it got a little bit messy over time. So I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. And I did take a visit to the toilets as well. And the toilets were much to be desired. So unfortunately, I'm marking it a little bit down on that, to be honest. The value, I'm going to be giving it a 3. It's really poor value for what you receive. We continue to do it, but I do think above the board value is not great. But because I didn't enjoy the coffee, that made the value come down a little bit more in the market as well. The ambience in there though was fantastic. I really love the way they've decked it out. I love the fact you can see out the windows. The glass windows are really amazing. It makes it really airy, although it is quite hot in there, but I do love the ambience in there, so I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. So well done on the ambience. Moving on to Starbucks coffee, the customer care in there, like I said before, I'm giving them a 10. They kind of know us, so that's always quite nice when you go to a coffee shop regularly and people sort of know you. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with that. So I'm giving them a 10. I have been to other Starbucks though where the customer care hasn't been great. So it is probably based on that particular Starbucks, if I'm being honest. So I'm giving them a 10 out of 10. The coffee was amazing, and the amount of coffee you get for what you pay, you do get a full cup, and that I liked as well. So it tasted good, the quantity was good, so I'm giving them a 10 for that. The cake, I'm giving a 0 because there was no cake I could really have. All they had for vegans was like a banana muffin, and that just wasn't something that appealed at all in the slightest. So I went for something completely different. So I'm giving them a 0 on cakes because their cake situation is dire, I must say. So it's a shame. It really is a shame. If they up their cake situation, it could be so much better. The tidiness was really, really good. It was really nice and clean when we went in. Can't fault them with that. So I'm giving them a 10. The value for money, again, it's really poor for what you get, really. I mean, I know it's a good cup of coffee, but when you think about what you get with like Eats and your specialty coffees as well, I'm going to give them a 3 as well, because the value for money is not great. But the ambience in there, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because I really love it in there. Again, it feels really airy. I like the fact it's on a corner plot, and yeah, there's just a very warm welcoming in there. So it's really good. So looking at the overall marks, these are my top 5 coffee shops. Starting at the bottom, at number 5 is going to be Hotel Chocolat. But that is because I didn't experience it, which is a shame. So the fact they didn't actually have any staff at all, and I know people, I know people get ill, and that is just unfortunate. But they didn't have any backup, so I couldn't experience it. So it's had to come 5 because I can't give it any markings at all. So 5, that's what they're getting. They're number 5. Moving in at number 4, bakers and baristas. Little bit of a shame, but do you know what I really thought let that down more than anything was the size of the coffee. That was the biggest letdown. Number 3 is Costa Coffee. Again, I think that the taste of the coffee let it down, and probably the value, to be honest. But apart from that, I did like it. Number 2 is Starbucks. But again, I think that's because we've got that personal touch. And like you say, you get a nice quantity of coffee for the money that you pay. And the winning coffee shop overall is definitely Caffè Nero for me. I wondered if it would be, to be honest with you, when I sectioned it all down and marked it, because the customer care in there is fantastic. The coffee in there tastes fantastic. Tidiness is much to be desired, because I suppose they're a little bit short-staffed too, and it can get quite messy in there. But it is hard to juggle a coffee machine, serve customers, and clean up. So tidiness is something they probably need to work on a bit. The value was pretty good, considering I got a real top cake. That cake was great. So the value was really, really good. And the ambience, I absolutely love that Italian coffee shop vibe. So that's fantastic. So those are my top 5 coffee shops. Just to let you know as well, which I did forget to mention, Starbucks do also do a loyalty scheme now, which has only just been introduced. So what you can do is you can download it into an app. I think you can do this with most coffee shops, and you scan your app every time. And again, it builds points, and those points then build freebies, free drinks. And again, I think you might get a free cake on your birthday. So anyway, I do hope that you've enjoyed my top 5 coffee shops. If you have enjoyed this, then please give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you next time. Ta-ra for now. Bye. Damn it.